Last night, the Carolina Panthers landed themselves a new linebacker in Devin Lloyd. We're going to talk about that. And then there are some reports out there stating that the Minnesota Vikings are planning to meet with Kyler Murray once he's released from the Arizona Cardinals. And to end today's episode, we're going to talk about teams not wanting to pay Trey Hendrickson because of his asking price. Y'all know we're going to talk about it, break it all down right after this.
Welcome to your number one spot for all NFL news and content, NFL Central.
What's going on, football fans? Welcome back into another episode of NFL Central, your number one spot for everything NFL. I'm your host here, Bobby, joined by Steve-O. And after a crazy day one of NFL free agency, we about to see what day two brings us. But before we get into some of those later things, we got to talk about a couple things. Steve-O, what's the word?
What's the word? Huh?
Man, last night, the Carolina Panthers, after going out there and spending big money on edge rusher Jalen Phillips, they went out there and got themselves a really, really good linebacker in Devin Lloyd, signing him to a 3-year, $45 million deal, bringing him to the Carolinas. Carolina look like they trying to make some moves in the NFC South. How you feeling about the move of Devin Lloyd?
I like it. You get yourself a quality linebacker. I won't necessarily say he one of the best in the game, but he one of the most productive in the game for sure. If you're a PFF grade, he pretty has a nice grade of 89.1. He was got 43 solo tackles, 1 sack, 24 assisted, which is all within the top 60 when it comes to all things linebacker wise. So you get yourself a quality linebacker. He's 27 years old, so he still got a lot of game left with you. Nice size, 6'3", 235, 27 years old. So yeah, 43 tackles last year. He's a game tackler, so I like it. I like the move, especially alongside the other moves that they made yesterday. So yeah, they just trying to shore up that defense, which was the liability of the entire team last year. So they're spending money in the right places, most definitely. And kind of it's kind of strange seeing the Panthers make good moves, but it is good moves nonetheless.
For real, because they absolutely bounced back from the trade that sent the Chicago Bears, DJ Moore, a
Everything.
number of picks, and ultimately getting Caleb Williams. And the Carolina Panthers are really, really trending in the right direction, in my personal opinion. We seen, just like you alluded to, we talked about them in playoffs versus the LA Rams. They gave them a fight, but when it really, really mattered, they was lacking in the linebacker spot. They was lacking in the pass rush department. And they went out there and got two really good players and young players that they can run with for the next few years. So shout out to the Carolina Panthers on that. And I ain't mad at it. Keep doing what you got to do to make sure that you get a good team over there for Coach Canales and Bryce Young. Keep getting better, bro. Keep getting better. You was doubted. I doubted you. But the last year or so, you showed us that you can play. Now you just got to continue to take steps forward and help this team, because we keep saying it. The NFC South is a division that's always weird. It's always weird for some strange reason in the NFC. So we'll see what happens with Devin Lloyd and Jalen Phillips once they get on the field. Steve-O, how surprised was you that they let Rico Dowdle go, though?
I was real shocked because that for one, not too many people heard about or knew about Rico Dotto until he became a Panther and they gave him that opportunity. So his whole thing and with the Dallas Cowboys didn't necessarily work out. And then when he came over there next to and when Chuba went down, he stepped in and honestly won them a lot of games, quite frankly, against teams they had no business winning, to be honest with you. So the fact that they let him go, I was shocked behind it, because that's the one thing you want for a quarterback that continues to keep getting better: weapons, run game, defense. And you're getting the defense sewn up together right now. And now you just got to go look for another running back again, because I still don't think Chuba is the only person you can depend on due to his injury history. So yeah, but I mean, I can't get mad at where he went, because the Steelers also need a run game and a running back. So it was tough, but I like the moves nonetheless, and they showing me that now they not only can they go find running backs, they could probably go draft one too. So hopefully they can find his replacement either in the market or in the draft.
Understandably so. Let's move on to the conversation of the Minnesota Vikings emerging. According to Tom Pericello of the NFL Network, the Minnesota Vikings have emerged as the favorite to sign the soon-to-be free agent quarterback Kyler Murray. And there's also some other reports pretty much saying that they plan to meet with Kyler Murray. Steve-O, my thoughts on this whole thing is that you should be looking into him simply because you could just sign him for a $1.3 million deal like the Falcons did for Tua Tagovailoa, take a low-risk, possibly high-reward move, and see if you can get some production out of this. We know that JJ McCarthy still has his ways to go when it comes to development as a quarterback. And I think that you got to go out there and see if Kyler Murray can at least go out there, battle, which he's going to win the battle, and then see if he can give you any type of production, because y'all dropped the ball when you let Sam Darnold go. But Steve-O, in your mind, how you feel about the Vikings bringing in Kyler Murray?
I think it's the best case scenario for both people, the organization and the player. Like we all know that outside of the stature of this quarterback in Kyler Murray, we know he's superiorly talented.
Yeah.
For the most part, his passing percentages is what 69.5, which is right on the cusp of 70, which is kind of where you want him to be. So yeah, like when it comes down to it, we already know what he's good at. We already know what he's capable of, and we also know what he needs to improve on, staying in that pocket, being able to make passes over the middle, which is going to be difficult because most O linemen is going to be superiorly taller than him.
Facts.
With him being 5'10". But I think also accuracy. He can sure up on his accuracy as well. But we already know what he can do and how dynamic he could be with his legs and just being a general playmaker. So I think somebody with Kevin McConnell who schemes wide receivers up all day, any day, is going to teach him and try to coach his best way to keep him to be more of a quarterback. And that's the thing that's going to be the saving grace for his whole entire career, because quite frankly, we understand he can play, he can move outside the pocket, but there's times where he just don't need to. And there's just times where he makes passes and we just like D-Hop said, we don't know who the hell he's throwing to. So at the end of the day, I like the move. I like the organization. I like the fit. It's just you got wide receivers up the wazoo. You got a tight end. You got an O-line, a real O-line, probably a top 5 O-line in my opinion. And you got a psycho defense on top of a run game.
Man,
it's
I was
perfect fit in my opinion.
As a Bears fan, man, I was hoping that Brian Flores get hired and go somewhere else.
Man, I'm taking his ass.
But, man, are you 100% right on the defensive side of the football? But I agree, man. If I'm Kyler Murray, honestly, if you Kyler Murray, the Steelers look intriguing too at this point. Now, but prior to yesterday beginning, it was more likely that the Vikings would be number 1. Now you can look at the Steelers too. Is Mike McCarthy the offensive play caller that Kevin O'Connell is? I don't think so.
No.
But I don't think he's that far off either. But when you look at the Pittsburgh Steelers, you look at him, you say, okay, I got DK, I got Michael Pittman now, and I got a running back. Hey, that's very intriguing.
Big ass tight ends.
Facts. That's very, very intriguing if you're Kyler Murray. So if you're the Minnesota Vikings, you got to come in there and honestly, you got to pitch to him.
I'm about to say, you honestly got to seal the job. You can't let him walk out if he ain't a Viking.
Yeah, I agree with
like
that.
That's how I'm treating it. If I'm the Viking, I'm not letting him leave my organization unless it's pen to paper.
For real.
At least a handshake.
So, yeah, because I think that you got to go out there and now you got another team that's possibly in the running. Yeah, we know the Steelers are linked to Aaron Rodgers, and that's one thing that we keep banging our head on the desk on. Like, why y'all keep waiting on him? You're not going to get solutions with that. To be honest, and you let me know how you feel about this, to be honest, Aaron Rodgers fit the Minnesota Vikings more so than the Pittsburgh Steelers, and here's why. Because you still can possibly try to figure out what you want out of JJ McCarthy. And Aaron Rodgers got 1 year left. And then you got somebody to fall back on if you're the Minnesota Vikings. If you're the Pittsburgh Steelers and you still don't even know if Will Howard can play in an NFL game, if you go out there and start Aaron Rodgers, you're back to square one. How you feeling about that?
Especially if he's to get injured. because that's not something they thinking about either. But yeah, you're right. Like, especially with everything going around for Aaron, like it's a way better team than the Seattle. I mean, than the Steelers. So he got a lot way better line. So giving this motherfucker ample amount of time to find somebody, which he won't have that much time to find somebody because he got two legit wide receivers over there. He gonna be picking motherfuckers apart. Two, they better not happy because I'm not trying to see this bitch in this division again.
I want him.
I want him, but I want him in that green. But I'll take it because I'll send your ass away just like your predecessor, bitch. But at the end of the day, yeah, I think it would be more of a fit. I think Kevin McConnell and is a more probably liked more by a type of quarterback of an Aaron Rodgers more than a Kyler Murray. But still, I'm still picking the younger guy.
I agree with you, and I think that Kyler Murray for all, and I'm glad you went that way. Because back to Kyler Murray, I think that some of the decisions that was made, like after Cliff Kingsbury, first year with the Arizona Cardinals, they went to the playoffs, and then after that, they kind of tailored off and they became very, very predictable. And then you had another head coach come in there, and I believe his name is Jonathan Gannon, who is a defensive coach, and not necessarily having the right guys in place to go out there and scheme things the way Kevin O'Connell can. Because everybody knows the number one wide receiver, probably top two, top three, however you want to dice it up. Normally, number one wide receiver, Justin Jefferson, is going to get double teamed throughout any game. But somehow, some way, he keeps scheming them open.
In the middle of the field.
Crazy.
In the middle of the field. Every time.
Bro, that is going to help Kyler Murray so much. He just got to deliver. He got to just trust the pocket and deliver. And we'll see, man. I think that the Minnesota Vikings, if they want to still have a chance to look at JJ McCarthy, you go Aaron Rodgers. If you want to have a chance to move on and say to hell with JJ McCarthy, you look at Kyler Murray.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you. And that nigga Kyler would be cold as hell in that all white uniform. I ain't gonna lie.
On the real,
I can see it now.
Little scrappy do motherfucker running around.
Little leg on my mama. Scrappy do ass nigga. Or am I out of here? Look at that.
For real though. But hey, man, I think the next few days are going to be interesting around NFL free agency because there's still a number of names that are out there. There's still some things being discussed. We got Brian Thomas Jr. His name is being thrown in trade discussions. Apparently, AJ Brown. You hearing about Jalen Carter now. So we're going to see if teams are really, really trying to make moves with some of these players. But Steve-O, the one guy I want to talk about is Trey Hendrickson. Trey Hendrickson, according to Adam Schefter, is seeking $30 million per year. However, according to Adam Schefter, there are no teams showing interest in trying to give him that figure in an offer. Hendrickson is looking at the contract that Jalen Phillips got, and like, I deserve something like that. Steve-O, I know you're gonna keep it a buck with Trey Hendrickson. Go ahead.
Come closer, sir, so you can hear me clearly when I say this to you. Ain't nobody about to give a 32-year-old man on the defense $30 million when you just had a significant hip and pelvis issue. That's a part of your core. Let alone you missed 10 games because you re-aggravated an injury last season. After getting, I get it. You're a 3 straight Pro Bowler player after that, before that, but you're getting old. Jalen Phillips is 25, 26 years old. That's why he got paid. Trust me, if you was 25, 26 years old, somebody would have paid you that much as well. But the fact of the matter is, sir, you are going to be 32 years old December 5th. Nobody is paying $30 million to somebody that's going to be 33 next year. That's just not happening. So you might as well get that shit out your head. You might as well come to the conclusion, come to your senses, and honestly think about the bigger picture. The bigger picture is, one, A, you still gonna get paid handsomely. Two, Nigga, you should be trying to win.
That's it.
3, you're also kind of in a situation where you got some leverage where you can kind of pick where you want to go. So I get it. Due to the team that you got drafted by and you decide to stick with all these, you didn't.
No, he got drafted by New Orleans.
New Orleans, and then they traded you. So, and then ever since then, would they franchise tag him ever since then?
So they franchise tagged him last year and then gave him some money on top of it to get him that $30 million salary.
Right. So it's we already know when it comes to the Cincinnati organization, they're a bumfuck organization. It just is. I'm sorry. You should have got out of there when you got the chance, but you didn't. You decided to stay. It is what it is. Now you got the chance to leave. Go leave. Go make you some decent ass money, and go try to win you a damn division championship or something. That's all I gotta say, because if you think you about to get 30, 32, 35, it ain't happening. Max might not even get that shit.
Oh, yeah, next go around is Donald. Unless he just absolutely outstanding the next few years in Baltimore. And for Trey Hendrickson,
you gotta be Myles Garrett.
You feel me? And for Trey Hendrickson, look, bro, I still think he got some game, but when you only played 7 games last season, you dealing with a significant injury, some teams are gonna have some reluctance to pay you. That's just the reality of it. I think he still could be a useful player on somebody's team, but $30 million, I think that price is too high. And this is what comes with it. This is what comes with the life of the NFL. We always say, me and Steve-O, it means not for long, because you can be on top of the world one year, have a down year, the following year, you ain't on top of the world no more. You're down at the damn basement in the gulag asking for help. And that's just the reality of it. And if you're mad at anybody, be mad at the Cincinnati Bengals for being what Steve-O just said, a bumfuck organization who kept you a year too long when they could have just traded you to somebody, got some draft capital for you, and you could have been in your happy place with a re-signing last year.
Yeah.
And it's just a year too late. So now you come into this market right now and understanding that these teams, they are giving out money to these pass rushers. But the problem is that those are younger pass rushers. They're not your age. And we know once you reach a certain age in the NFL, depending on the position, there is bias.
You ain't a quarterback.
There is bias depending on the position and the age. And that's just the reality of it. Nobody's going to believe that you're going to go out there and play all 17 games and have 17 sacks. Nobody's a belief of that, right? They don't have that belief right now for you, Trey Hendrickson. And that's just the facts. So Steve-O, he might have to take a long, hard look in the mirror, because all these other edges came off the books first. And don't even consider Danielle Hunter contract, because y'all,
and it was a 1-year deal though. Right, and that's a 1-year deal though. He ain't going. Danielle understood these niggas not finna give me no 3-year contract.
No.
So if you want to get paid that bad, go get a 1-year contract somewhere.
Go get a 1-year $20 million contract. Call it a day.
But
nobody likes to leave money on the table. Nobody likes to leave money on the table in anything that they do.
But you got to be realistic about the situation.
Yeah,
I'm glad you brought up Danielle, because that's just that's to me, that's just signs of a player that realize I'm up in age, but I'm still productive. So what's the best way to get the most amount of money right now? 1-year deal. Bro. That's kind of, and that's honestly, if you pay attention to most edges and shit, you look at your Jadeveon Clowney's of the world, your Calais Campbell's, that's kind of what they did. Sign 1 year, 2 year, 1 year, 2 years there.
Just to stick around a little longer. Because Calais Campbell, that motherfucker down there 40. And he's still like pushing mugs on the ground, knocking them down.
Well, you better be at 6'8", motherfucker.
It don't require shit. He the same size, or if not bigger than most offensive linemen.
Well, tackles. And that's the thing. When he going against guards, and them niggas like,
yeah.
How the fuck I supposed to guard this big fuck?
For real. So that's just the harsh reality for Trey Hendrickson, bro. You might not be getting 30 million. Can you get somewhere in the middle? Can you get to 25? Can you get to 20? You know what I'm saying? Can you get to 20 with some incentives that'll get you up to 25? Something along those lines. But 30, I don't necessarily see it happening because I think it would have happened already. I think it would have happened already if teams value Trey Hendrickson at that level at this point right now.
Mm-hmm.
So,
never lied.
And honestly, I don't know where you can go at this point because a lot of teams have spent money already.
Mm-hmm.
So you might be taking a significant pay cut, significant one.
So you might as well get your little 1 year, 2 year deal,
and then try to re-up
to
show teams that you can remain healthy and that the production is still there.
Because I tell you, if you consider us, we'll give you that 1 year deal, and if you produce, we will pay your ass.
Come on down.
That's one thing we know for. We'll give you a chance, and if you cash in, we gonna pay your ass.
Come on down. For real. So it is what it is. I don't even know what, Steve-O, I don't know where this man can go. I don't know.
They can't even go to the Raiders no more.
Oh, the real. They didn't coughed up so much money. Like, I wonder what teams are interested in him. Like, to be honest with you.
Not too many contenders, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, man. I'm trying to see. Yeah. He's still the best free agent available. Maybe Dallas still got some money. I don't know. I'll have to check their cap space. But, yeah, bro. I don't know. We'll see. He might be chilling for a little while. But apparently he weighing some options. We'll see what those options are looking like. And y'all know we'll be right back here to report it all, man. Steve-O, you got anything left?
Hey, nah. Make sure I like, comment, subscribe. Love football always.
You already know, man. Y'all been showing out tremendously over this NFL free agency. We're going to keep this fire coming. And because we're getting ready for the NFL draft in just, I believe they said 6 weeks or something like that. And that's going to be a time to be alive, baby. It's going to be rocking. And then we're going to give y'all some more breakdowns, too, for some of that stuff. Because can Jeremiah Love drop? Or can he get selected early? It's one of the questions we're going to be talking about. But, hey, man, that is it from us today. Make sure before you get up out of here, you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, man. We appreciate y'all. Make sure you always love football because it's the greatest sport in the world. And y'all already know. We're going to catch y'all on the next one for sure.
This has been a presentation